everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
And I'm Chris Yee.
Today we're taking a look at a game called Surfosaurus MAX. This is from Loosey Goosey, and they make games that are just really weirdly titled and themed.
And they're always so interesting to look at on the shelf. You know, they have funny names and stuff. And I haven't liked a single one of theirs.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. And obviously, since we're doing a video on this one, we think this one is better for sure, because we would not have done one otherwise. In fact, the other one that they made this year I thought was okay at best. But this one is enjoyable, I'm going to say that. But, I mean, it is that silly theme, that T-Rex surfing on a, surfboard. Woo. But it's really a card game. And let me show you how to play it. We'll be right back. Each player is going to get 3 cards in front of them. A cool-looking surfboard, which you'll put this dinosaur on top to show when you're going first in a round. You have a coconut and half of a coconut. Players can be playing with a deck of cards that is made up of several suits, and the suits go from 1 to 12. Each card shows you the number of the suit. It shows you how many points it's worth at full points and half points, in case you don't know how to divide by 2. The cards are going to be shuffled up and dealt out to people. A certain number of cards will be removed based on the number of players. Helpful player aids tell you. So, for example, in a 4-player game, we remove 0, and everyone's going to get cards dealt to them. You're going to have some cards in your hand, and then each round, you'll play a card and then draw a card. So you're going to have 7 cards in your hand every time you play a card. And unless you're playing with 3 players, you're going to play 2 cards each round. With 3 players, you would play 3 cards each round. So let's say on my turn, it's my turn, I play a 4. The next person decides that they're going to play a 10. The person after them decides to play a 10. And then this person plays a 5. I play a 3. The next person plays a 1. This person plays a 10. And this person plays a 2. Now what we're trying to do here is find the best poker hand amongst these cards. In this case, it is the 1, 2, 3, 4 of green. Now, when these players played the 10s, they were hoping to get 4 10s. But even if they had gotten 4 10s, the rankings are listed here. The same color sequence, the same number, the same color, then the sequence, or just the highest numbers that are played. Now, you'll notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This person played a 5, but the 5 isn't going to count, so the 2, 3, 4, 1. So when it happens, whoever played those cards, everyone who played those cards is going to put them underneath their coconut card to show that at the end of the game, they're going to get that many points. This player is going to get 20 points. This person's going to get 12, and this person's going to get 12. Everyone else gets 0. Now, sometimes you'll have a tie. For example, let's say 8s were being played and 5 8s were played on the table. When that happens, then since there's a tie, all the 8s would count, but instead you would stick them underneath the half coconut card to show that they get half points at the end of the game. That's it. You're just going to keep playing till the deck runs out, and then you'll count up all your points, and whoever has the most is the winner. Okay, I think I can say this, maybe definitively, maybe not, I don't know, but this is the first semi-co-op game I've enjoyed.
Okay, if you want to use that definition of, it's a collaborative game.
It's not really semi-co-op, but...
Yeah. But how does that feel, right? Where, as you're playing cards out, you're looking at the people next to you, like, are you picking up what I'm throwing down? And they go a different direction, and you're like, I hate your guts right now.
Right, or you do something like, I'll have a 10 green. So I play that 10 green because I have another 10 in my hand. I'm like, we got this. Next person plays a 9 green. I'm like, not what I wanted. I'll still be part of it, but what you really, the killing move is to have 2 cards in one of those matchups. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will tank one, like they'll be coming around and there's, Chris will play 2 10s, and then Wendy will play a 10 that comes back to me, and I have a 10. I'm like, you know what? I'm not playing a 10, because then Chris gets 2 of them. I'll especially do that if he played 2 1s. Because that's 24 points. And that's a lot of points. And I'm making this sound fairly complex, but it's not. It's very light. the poker hand aspect of it, and it's 4 cards with 3 to 4 players, I think 5 to 6 players. By the way, you know what this is? This is called a player aid. And they have these players for everyone. The 5 to 6 player cards, you're looking for the best hand of 5. So it's a 5-hand poker. And I like this concept. It's just so easy to play. It's easy to teach people. And the poker ranking, while not everyone knows it, if you don't know it, you have the cards here.
Yeah.
But most people know it at this point.
Well, and I like that they have the different player count player aids. They have a lot of them. It's overall well produced. The points are written on the cards there. You talk about how ones score a lot of points because they are smaller cards. They're inherently harder to make part of that best hand, but they're so satisfying when you pull it off. When the highest run of cards is 1 through 5, whoever put those low cards in there are feeling really good about themselves.
Right, but I like it works well too because if Chris plays a 1, some 2, 3, 4, I can play the 5 and that 1 is out because the highest card will be 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yes,
in a 4-player game. The artwork's silly. It's simple and fun. The only thing is, every game of this I've played, everybody, even the person who reminds everyone, which is me, forgets to draw a card after they play one. It's a weird thing in this game because you play a card, and usually in trick-taking poker-type games, you throw a card out and then you're done.
Usually dwindling your hand.
You're not drawing another one. So it's a weird thing, and that's a forgettable thing. But that's my only negative. I mean, I made fun of if you can't divide by 2, but it does make it really easy to add them up at the end.
I like it, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, this production is really well done. This is one of my favorite productions from last year, not only because it has the cute, goofy, stuff in there, but just the usability of those cards is really good. The thoughtfulness to give you 2 scoring cards to slide the things under. The fact they gave you scoring marker cards. I can't tell you how many games I'm playing where I have a draw deck and a discard pile and a score pile, and they all kind of look the same halfway through the game. This is really well made, and the game part of it is very fun.
Yeah, this one I'm struggling on the rating of right now because I really like it. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's a very solid, fun, filler-type game. This is one that if I didn't know what else to bring, I could even play this on a plane, actually. Like if there's 3 people in the seats, you could easily pull this one out, but it's one you could pull out after dinner. It does not take long. We're talking 15 minutes. It says 20. At 20 minutes, not a long game, and I think it's very enjoyable.
I agree. I'm right there with you. I kind of was bouncing between a 7.5 or an 8, but I'm going to give it an 8. Like, the only negative that I can think of is potentially the perception of value, price value. We don't talk about price a lot in reviews, but something worth mentioning, I think, is value. Is the cute T-Rex, is some of the nicer art and production stuff in this game worth that extra, it's like $5 or $10 more expensive than I think a lot of people would normally spend for a little deck of cards like this. But I think in this case, I think it is worth that value because, like I said, it was thoughtfully made, and it's a fun game, and this is the best one that this company's done. So, yeah, I think it's worth it for me. So an 8 for me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. This was actually, for me, this was their last chance in a sense. And now I'm very excited. I mean, it's not like, I don't want this to come across as going, finally something half decent. No, this is very good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a lot of fun. So that's Surfosaurus MAX. I'm Tom Vassell.
And I'm Chris Yee.
We'll see you next time. I don't surf, so I can't say that.